Hello, hi, very happy good evening. So this is Krishnaveni and we've been talking about the story of life on earth, and that's biology. So welcome to my session. So today we're talking something out of biology, so out of NCERT, out of class 11, class 12, botany, zoology. We're talking out of what is plants, something out of what is the context of animals, microorganisms, etc. So it's going to be a very interesting session. So 5 ways to improve presence of mind. So let's check how many of you here of presence of mind. So before that, please do like, share and subscribe. So thank you so much for joining my lecture well before time. So for all those who are new to my channel, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I teach a class 12 chapter, and Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, I teach a class 11 chapter. I hope your preparations are all going on fine because we are nearing your exam date. Yes. Hi Anthony Abhi, a very happy good evening. Yes, I'm doing really great. How about you? So we don't even have a month more for your NEET exam. So it's 14th today. So 14th of August, you have only 38 days left. So sorry, 28 days left, not more than that. So please keep that in mind because our countdown is also reducing. So we are nearing a NEET exam. Yes. So I hope all of your preparations are going on fine. So all of you are in a good mental health, good mental state, because that is what decides how you're going to perform, right? So what you think shall reap. So what you sow shall reap. So it is what you think shall reap, right? So come on, please quickly share this link with your friends because it's a very important part which you have to apply during your exam. So it is a very important weapon and a useful weapon throughout your life. Not only for exams, but it is a useful weapon throughout your life. So that is presence of mind. Hi Keshav, yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you? So how is your preparation going on? Hello Naveen. So thank you so much for joining my lecture today, guys. So please do like, share and subscribe. Hi Leela, how are you? After a long time you are here. I hope your preparations are going on fine. Hi Shamita. Yes, a very happy good evening. Thank you for joining my session today. So guys, please do share this session with your friends because it's a very powerful tool. So anyone can watch, not only exam going students, so anyone can watch, even parents, elders, siblings, etc. Because there's a general session, something out of biology. Yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you? So thank you Ranjan for joining my session. So please do like, share and subscribe. Okay, so 5 ways to improve your presence of mind. So what are we going to talk about presence of mind? So do you have presence of mind? So is presence of mind and common sense the same term? Are they equivalent term? Are they synonyms? To some extent, yes. To some extent, yes. So presence of mind is the logical way to deal with practicality, to deal with reality. So presence of mind is one huge weapon, so such a huge boon that you're going to have throughout your life. So do all of us have presence of mind? So the answer to this question I would say is yes. All of us have presence of mind because we are all created with the same amount of brain, same amount of blood, same amount of flesh, same amount of bones. It is not that I have 230 bones and you all have only 206 bones. It is not that I have 15 liters of blood and you all have only 5 liters of blood, right? So everyone has the same amount of creation that is done by God. So we are all in the same form, in the same path. But how we utilize the opportunities and how we utilize our brain matters the most, right? I'm going to take 15 days revision for solved questions, ma'am. You can try new questions, but because of that new questions, don't feel you are very weak, you are not thorough. So don't get back to that state. That is not there. That is not the case, okay? So new questions you can go, provided it should not disturb your confidence. Okay, Anthony? Yes, Dharni? A very happy good evening. So thank you so much for joining my session. So please do like, share and subscribe. Ma'am, doctors need more presence of mind, right? So not only doctors, so every human being leads a lot of life, okay? So every human being needs a presence of mind. So in all case, so doctor needs presence of mind. Why it is emphasized? Because they are dealing with lives, right? It is not that a person who's constructing roads, constructing a huge building should not have presence of mind. If he does not have presence of mind, the crane will fall down, right? So it is the same. So everyone should have presence of mind. I should also have presence of mind. You should also have presence of mind. So it's very simple how to explain presence of mind, ma'am. How do we define presence of mind? Number 1, so if I solve a question wrong and if you pinpoint it, yes, I'm quick to correct it, right? So that is presence of mind. Yes? Yes, hi Munna, how are you? After a very long time you are here. A very happy good evening. Yes, I'm good, thank you. So please do like, share and subscribe. It will not confuse you. It can confuse you so that you get your concepts clarified, but it should not disturb your confidence level. Okay. So tetanus is due to your wild spasms. So wild contractions causes your tetanus. Okay. So here we move into the topic. So 5 ways to improve presence of mind. So before we go into the 5 ways to improve presence of mind, so we are meeting once again on Monday 5 p.m. and completing the chapter of human reproduction. Okay. So here we go to the most interesting topic, 5 ways to improve presence of mind. So before we begin the section, can you tell me how are you all? How are you all? Good? Fine? Happy? You're good. So Munna says she's good. So Anthony says yes, he's completely fine. How about the others? How is Shamita? How is Naveen? Yes? So tetany is the muscular spasm. So tetanus is caused by diphtheria tetanae. Okay. Sorry, it is caused by Corynebacterium tetanae. Yes, ma'am, getting too much tension and fear because the countdown is happening. So we are going near the exams. Is that so? Is that so? So Naveen says completely fine. So fine. Yes, I'm also, I'm superb. Thank you. So how are you, Shimpi? So I will describe how you're all right now, at least for those who are appearing for the exam of NEET 2021. So I will I will exhibit or I will showcase how you are right now. So this is how all of you are right. Yes, you agree or not? So right now you are like this, so you tend to have this habit of referring 4-5 books, and at the end you get so confused as to which to follow, and then finally we go to our base, that is NCERT, right? So this is how everyone is right now. So with a lot of physics concepts, with a lot of biology concepts, with a lot of chemistry concepts, so all of us, we do not know where we are landing. Sometimes we feel we have studied too much that we are going above the level that is needed, right? Yes? Okay, but sometimes we feel we have still so much left to study, so how am I going to finish the portions? There are some people who's like, I'm bored of studying the same thing again and again, I'm going to stop, right? So there are 3 categories of people, but it's okay, all is well, self-confidence, okay, fine. So Keshav is giving motivation to himself, very good, okay. So you are curious to give the exam, fine. Okay, no problem, Munda, that's absolutely fine. Okay, fine. So right now you're all like this. So you're all in this state. So confused, curious, stressed, anxious. So you all want the exam to get over, and you also want the exam to get over fine, right? So now itself you have plans how to celebrate after the exam, how to celebrate after the result comes, right? So all these are natural human feelings. That's completely fine. So how am I going to connect this with the presence of mind? So this is just a question. I'm just asking you how you are. I just want to understand your mental state, how my students are right now in the state of exam. Okay. So now we go. What is presence of mind? What is presence of mind? So I have beautiful stories which I want to share with you. So there are many stories based on presence of mind. You would have heard, but let me tell you. Okay. So there was once a shop, a dairy shop where they sell milk, butter, paneer, cheese, etc. Okay, so there's all this shop, and there's a small boy, an assistant of the owner, who is in the shop right now. Okay, so a man goes to the shop. The owner is a bit far. He's not near the counter. He's sitting a bit inside. Okay, or you can say he has a room outside the shop. Fine. Okay. So now the customer goes to the shop and asks, I need half a kg of butter. Okay. So the boy just opens the fridge or the freezer that they have, and he says, sir, we don't have half a kg of butter. We have only 1 kg butter box. But the customer insists, no, I want only half kg. I need only half kg. So then the boy is like, no sir, we have 1 kg. Sorry, we cannot give you half of that. No one will give you, will break and give you half of it, right? So half packet comes separately. So but the customer insisted, somehow you will make it available to me. So the boy goes out of the shop to meet the shop owner who is sitting in his office. Okay. So he opens the door, goes inside, the boy goes inside the shop owner and says, there is a man who says he needs half a kg of butter, even after I said there is no half kg. The moment he finished this, he turns and looks, he sees the customer also right behind him. The customer also had come inside the owner's room. Now looking at the customer, he said to the manager, this gentleman also needs half kg of butter. So in a way, he manipulated the story. He came inside to scold this customer, but when he saw the customer, he said, this gentleman also needs half kg butter. Now the manager understood the whole context and he said, cut the 1 kg butter and give it to the customer. So the customer happily went and the boy was appreciated by his manager for using his presence of mind to make up the story, right? It is a simple thing which gives you a lot of difference, right? So that is presence of mind. So any cure for tetanus, so tetanus is a bacterial disease that's caused by Corynebacterium tetani. So mostly it is a very fatal disease, so we are given tetanus injections, okay? Yes. Hi Vinu, yes, a very happy good evening. So thank you so much for joining my session. So please do like, share and subscribe. I hope you're doing good. Yes? Okay, so that's the simple thing about the story of the boy and the butter in the shop is what is presence of mind. So I hope now you have understood the essence of presence of mind. Yes? So what is presence of mind? Yes, I also have another stories to tell you. So before that, let me divide or define presence of mind in technical term. Okay? So what is presence of mind? Here we go. So the ability to make good decisions and to act quickly, that is more important. So in a competitive exam, in a national level exam like your NEET exam, right? So what you have to do is your speed is more important, your time management is important. So from the start, that's why my mentee is always for 20 seconds each question. Never I have given you more. Yes, 1 or 2 times I have given you 45 seconds. That is too much according to me. But what matters in a competitive exam is everyone has understood the concept well. But how fast you implement the concept is important. So everyone knows 1 plus 1 is 2. But how quick are you? That makes you stand out of the box, right? So how to act quickly but at the same time calmly in a difficult situation or in an emergency. So this is your presence of mind. So how you deal with the situation in a more peaceful way, etc. Suppose if there is a huge chaos at home, your mom is shouting, your dad is shouting, you don't feel good, right? You feel stressed. So why are these people complicating a simple issue? Why is it? You think, right? So how do you handle a situation? Do you handle it peacefully? Do you handle it calmly? Or do you also react in the same way? So 20 seconds when I give you a mentee question, how many of you panic here? How many of you panic? How many of you get scared? Why are you going back? Why are you getting scared? So use your presence of mind. So presence of mind is there within everyone. So you have to practice presence of mind. Yes, we are not in a scenario where we use presence of mind every day, right? So we have been spoon-fed, we have been pampered all our life. So when we go out into the outside world, presence of mind does not come, right? Yes, so we have to practice presence of mind. That is very important. So before the exam, I will teach you how to practice presence of mind. That will help you really a lot. So how it helps you, what guarantee I have, me, myself. I have practiced presence of mind. It gives you a lot of difference. So try and see once. So self-control in stressful situation along with the ability to think and act calmly is your presence of mind. So in a situation, in a very difficult situation, it's not going to help if you're going to break down, right? So you have to stay strong, at the same time make wise decisions. Suppose if terrorists are coming inside, there's no point in me panicking, right? So the point in me is I have to think, sit clearly, calmly and then understand what I have to do next, right? So that is the simple way. So presence of mind is a tool to deal with difficult situations, difficult questions as well. So sometimes in the exam hall, we see a question. So we have read this, but the answer does not strike us, right? So after we come out of the exam hall, we'll be like, oh God, I know this so well. It didn't strike me there. I know it, but it didn't strike me. How many of you are this case? Even for the school exam, we do this, right? Oh God, yes, I knew this answer. I studied this. But still I didn't write. It didn't strike me at that point. My mind went blank. Why? So that is where you're lacking presence of mind. So now did you all understand what is presence of mind? Yes? So with me giving you so much of examples, did you understand what is presence of mind now? Yes? Exactly. So all of us had that moment, right? Oh God, I read this, but I lost 2 marks. Otherwise I would have got sent in. This has happened so many times with me in school. I will never get sent in because of 1 mark. That 1 mark, that is my habit that I forget. I don't know how, but it happens. Okay, so this happens with all of you. So this is your part of your schoolhood or your childhood, you can say. So it is a tool to deal with a difficult situation. So I will give you one more beautiful example. Let's listen to a story now of your presence of mind. So there was once a boy. Okay, so Vinu is from Kerala, so Keshav is wishing Vinu Onam. Yes, wishing you a very, very happy Onam. So may your life be as colorful as the flowers with which you decorate the Onam festival. So may you come out with flying colors in your NEET exam. So all the very best to everyone and very, very happy advanced Onam wishes as well. Yes, ma'am, a very, very happy good evening. So thank you so much for joining my session. So please do like, share and subscribe. So now let's listen to a beautiful story. So it's a funny story as well, but what matters is the presence of mind, okay? So there was once a boy who was giving his final round of interview. So he is going to have a crore worth package. So if he clears this one round of interview, so he has crossed many rounds and finally you have one-on-one discussion with a panel, right? So after this, he's going to have a well-paid job. So he has to crack this interview, okay? So now the interviewer says, okay, so you have answered all the technical round, you have done all the theory round, etc. So now finally we have two options for you. So do you want 10 rapid fire questions or one difficult question? So choose between these two. If you want to answer one difficult question or 10 rapid fire questions. So without thinking even for 2 seconds, the boy said, I want to answer one difficult question, very calmly. Okay, so now the interviewer was very glad because he wanted to ask the difficult question. Because when you are a teacher, so when you stand on the side, asking difficult question gives you a lot of thrill. So you want to see how much the student has understood. We know it is of the higher level, but we still want to test the student. So the interviewer was very, very happy. So he wanted to ask the most difficult question. The question was, so he asked the boy, who came first, hen or the chicken? Hen or the chicken, which came first? Without even waiting for a second, the boy said hen. The interviewer was like, how? The boy said, you said you'll ask only one difficult question. I have answered. Why are you asking me the second question? Yes, so this is presence of mind. He saved himself from the presence of mind, right? So this is a very beautiful story, but it hints and impacts a lot of things, right? So which comes first was the question that the interviewer asked him. The boy instantly said hen. The interviewer asked him how. He instantly said, you said one difficult question, now you're asking two difficult questions, is it right? The interviewer was very happy. He said, fine, go ahead, you're selected. That is how you take up the job, right? So sometimes you also have jokes like this which spreads in your WhatsApp. So that is your presence of mind, how people save themselves. So let me also tell you another story. So this is also a beautiful story, how people use their presence of mind. So there was once a man called John. So he is working for a company, okay. So he has fixed the deal for $10,000, okay. No, he has fixed the deal for $8,000, okay. But at the final, when he was making the bill, so he saw the bill was $10,000, okay. So now he had to talk to the company to give him $10,000 because the work got extended and they have to pay $2,000 extra. But the company manager was very, very reculate. He said, we finished the deal in $8,000. Now, why are you asking me for $10,000? Sometimes we also fight, no? You initially said 15,000, now why are you asking me 16,000? The same thing happens, right? So, but the John tried explaining, no sir, the work was fantastic, so we did it properly for you. The manager understood, yes, the work was fantastic, I have no flaws in the work, but still the deal was closed in $8,000, so we cannot pay you more, so I am not giving you $10,000. So John tried negotiating, John tried making him understand. So the manager was very clear and cut right. So he said, no, I am not paying you anywhere near that. I will pay you less than $10,000 only. So John instantly said, pay me $9,999. He said less than 10,000. So John instantly said, pay me $4,900. That's enough. So which also makes it up to $10,000, right? So the manager was shocked at his presence of mind and he gave him $10,000. So $2,000 was on hold, but this small act of presence of mind gave him the $2,000 as well. So this is how you utilize your presence of mind. Sometimes we go blank, right? It does not strike our mind. It is not our mistake. It is not a mistake. We are not practicing presence of mind. So in the earlier days, the distraction was less. These days, the distractions are high, that our normal qualities are going down. So how do we improve them? So here I have ways to improve your presence of mind, which is equally important. So here we go and see how to improve presence of mind, especially at this time of exam. So students text me, ma'am, how do I take a break? So what should I do in a break? So should I watch a movie? Should I watch a series? That is very, very dangerous. If you watch a series, you cannot stop with one episode, right? So it is the human mentality to watch the next one as well, because we want to know what happens next. At least you want to watch the trailer. So it's the time of exam, so it is the peak time of your preparation. So how do you take breaks? So you take a break of 1 hour, you take a break of 15 minutes, it does not matter. So how do you take breaks? Do you watch TV? No. So please don't watch TV, please don't watch any series. So listen to a song or two, that's fine. After that, you will study newspaper. So that is one good way to distract. And trust me, if at all a general knowledge question comes in your NEET, there are high possibilities because we also have a chapter known as environmental issues. So it will help you out. It will help you out. So presence of mind is also being at the present moment. So right now sitting here, I think what are the topics that I have to teach on Monday, I lose today, right? So now if it's raining here, but I keep thinking of what I have to do on Monday, I'm spoiling today as a result of which I might fall sick on Monday, right? So presence of mind is important. So how do you take breaks during exam is very important. So read newspaper, yes, that will really help you out. Listen to a song or two, fine. How else can you improve your presence of mind? So I have 5 ways that are psychologically recommended. So let's see if you guys can follow them. Then I will give you my own tip, okay? So the tip that I followed. So first one, solving puzzles and interactive games. So how many of you solve the puzzles and games that comes in your newspaper? How many of you do Sudoku? How many of you do find the differences? How many of you do the crosswords? So that enhances your vocabulary. That enhances your vocabulary because it is not easy. The person who gives the puzzle is really brilliant. So it may be a computer, it may be a person, but that's really brilliant. So I have solved puzzles in your Hindu. So solve it in any paper, it does not matter. So that enhances your presence of mind. So you have a lot of puzzle pages as well. So if you're a person who looks into books, so looks into phone for a long time, so download an app which has a lot of puzzles. So try to solve simple puzzles so you will know you are using your brain. So that is how you know. So me teaching biology, you answering question is like a spoon feeding. But start solving puzzles that will help you enhance your vocabulary. Your cerebral cortex will become more powerful. So in the exam, if you have a tough question, it will give you the confidence to approach the question. So that is very, very important. So play some interactive games. Think of something new. So understand how to solve this puzzle. So initially, if you open a puzzle book, you will not get all the answers. Don't expect that. So initially when I took a puzzle book, I wanted to answer all the questions because I thought I was brilliant, but I didn't even answer one question. So that is how it is. So practically think we are all well enough. We think we are very good, we are very talented, but it does not happen. Sit down. So analyze how much time you take to solve a puzzle. So that will show how much you are lacking in your presence of mind. But as you practice, every day 5 puzzles you practice in the break, by the end of 12th of September, you will be very good in your presence of mind. Okay? Yes? Will you do this? So in a day, solve at least 2-3 puzzles because you have 4-5 breaks during your study hours. So solve 2-3 puzzles, that will help you out really well. Okay? So the next point, introspect and meditate. What is introspect? Introspect is stay silent. Stay silent. Don't be in a place or don't be in a situation where so many things are going on in your brain. So right now you're listening to my lecture, but at the back end, a lot of things are running in your brain, right? So you're not introspecting, you're not analyzing yourself, you're not analyzing where you are. So now I'm thinking of all the classes that I'm going to have after 1 week. So I am missing out the live lecture I am doing now. I am missing the interaction with you, right? Yes? Analyze where you stand. That is more important. You improve, you develop only when you analyze where you stand. Okay? Yes? And meditate. Ma'am, we are not sages, we are not saints, we are not elders. Why should we meditate? I'm not asking you to do yoga. I'm not asking you to go sit in a forest and do penance for 4-5 years. Definitely that is not possible. So talking in a technical term, what is meditation? So meditation gives you consciousness of your own body. So right now your diaphragm is moving up and down. Yes, are you all breathing? Are you all blinking your eyes? This is consciousness. This is presence of mind. So when you close your eyes and sit for just 2 minutes and concentrate on your bodily functions, guess my stomach is moving up and down. I am inhaling, exhaling. So these are the movements of my body. So you will become conscious enough. Your consciousness opens wide. You will be able to understand yourself. You will get the inner peace because throughout the day you're exposed to a lot of things. So some things distract you, some things give you happiness, but always maintain the same balance that gives you peace of mind, right? So please understand, meditation is closing your eyes for 5 minutes in a day. So please follow this. So everyone sit down for 5 minutes, close your eyes and concentrate on your breathing. That will really help. You are giving your mind the space and time to think silently. So this is also equally important during your exam. So the moment you go inside the exam hall, it will take some time for everyone to settle, right? It's an offline exam. So go there, take 2 minutes, close your eyes, concentrate on your breathing. That will enhance your presence of mind. That will enhance your concentration power as well. Okay? So this is the second point that I want to give you, and this is psychologically proved. Read and write. That is the next one. So read the newspaper. Don't just look into the pictures and the cartoons of the newspaper. Read a newspaper. Read an article. Yes, these days articles start coming in your Instagram, WhatsApp, fine. So if you find a page that is very interesting, read it. So you will understand the different opinions of people. You will understand where different people stand. So if you ask me about cake, so cake is my love. But if you ask someone else, for them it is a luxury, right? So you should understand, the more you read, the more you understand people. You have a collective thoughts, you have a collaborative idea, you are not narrow-minded anymore. You have a variety of ideas. So the more you read, you get exposed to a lot of ideas. Reading never goes waste. Reading anything never goes waste. It is not that during exam time I will not read magazines. No, sometimes that will also help you. So reading a motivational story will give you a lot of motivation, right? Right. So the moment you start writing, you help communicate your thoughts to others. So people write a long passage in Instagram. Yes, there are mistakes in their writing, so that's fine, that's completely fine. But they're able to communicate what they want, right? So the moment you understand the communication of others, and the moment you make others understand your communication, so that is where you are at a balance. So that is static balance, okay? So you should have a two-way communication. Your thoughts should also flow, others' thoughts should also enter your mind. So read and write. Try explaining yourself to others in the form of communication. So if you're applying for an abroad university, the first thing they ask is no video call. Nothing. They ask you to write what is known as a statement of purpose. They want you to communicate in terms of words, in terms of letters. Okay? Even in email, you have to express yourself, right? So writing and email is both the same. Talking is different. Writing is also different. So now you're understanding because I'm talking. If the same thing, if I reframe it in words and sentences, will you be able to understand it the same way? That is my ability to make you understand. So read and write. You don't have to write long passages, but learn how to communicate. So when you're going to explain something to someone in WhatsApp, so this is a high time that your friend might ask a doubt to you. So write it in a way that he or she explains. Don't copy the statement from the textbook. Okay? Yes? Fine. So this is the third point. The fourth point is do hypothetical role plays and workshop ideas. So this is psychologically proven one, but we are not going to follow this. So there is no time for us to do hypothetical role plays and workshop ideas. So yes, Swami, a very happy good evening. So Manoj, so thank you so much for joining my session. So guys, please do like, share and subscribe. So we are not going to do hypothetical role plays and ideas. So instead of this, I will give you another idea easily. So now we skip this point and move to the other one. Listen attentively. The more you listen, that is better. So everyone wants someone who listens to their blah, 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 blah. So when you come from the school after a long day, all of us have this habit of expressing whatever happened throughout the day to our mother. Right? Your mom listens to you. That is what you want. You want someone to listen to your story. So please be good listeners before you speak. Before you speak, so show some interest. That is what they want. Their story might be stupid, but show some interest, show some care. So that is what everyone wants, right? So please listen properly. So half the problem is done when you listen and understand the others, right? But half the time we have no time to listen. We have more time to express our opinion. So how many of you here understand others' opinion? No. Everyone pens down their opinion. So everyone in Instagram started penning down their lines on pandemic. Come on, who's going to listen to the others then if everyone has an opinion? Someone has to listen to your opinion. If I'm saying my opinion to Keshav, Keshav is least bothered to listen to me, but he is interested in writing his own opinion. So as a result, I get more irritated, right? So listen. So that is what at the end of the day everyone wants. So everyone is having a tough day. Life is not easy for anyone. Life is not easy for a rose as well, right? So everyone is having a tough day. Please lend your ears, listen carefully. So this is not only in life, even in lecture. So listen to what I say. So half the time we don't pay attention. In a lecture of 45 minutes that I take, yes, how many of you pay attention to all the words I say in those 45 minutes? I am damn sure all of you pay attention only to 25 minutes. Even when I was a student, I did the same, right? So that is how much we are capable of in today's world. We have a lot of distraction. So you're watching my class on YouTube. So how many notifications you got on top? So you scrolled up the notification, but you read the message. So now you're connecting. What did I ask him and why did he reply this? Right? So this happens, right? Yes? So please start listening, and that's more important. Yes, Swami, evolution is an important chapter. We should not skip evolution, right? Yes, absolutely. So welcome, Pooja. So thank you so much for joining my session. So please do like, share and subscribe. So these are the 5 points that has been psychologically proven, okay? So please follow them. Now, what is my tip to you all? So how to practice presence of mind? Suppose you're sitting in your place and studying. What is hypothetical role? Okay, I'll explain that point. So please go into someone else's shoes and think. Please go into someone else's shoes and start thinking. So for example, you are saying, ma'am is not teaching this chapter. Ma'am is not doing one-shot revision. Just for a moment, come into my shoes and think. So maybe ma'am has some problem. Maybe ma'am is not having time to make one-shot revision series plan. So that is how you understand. So when you understand others' shoes, you don't blame them. So the amount of blame reduces, the amount of positive vibes increases. So put yourself into others' shoes. Your mom might blankly refuse you a new phone, but put him or her in your shoes. So you go into their shoes and think, okay, so why are they saying so? Why is it? So all of us have a habit of blaming celebrities. We all have a habit of blaming politicians. Okay, he is bad, but please have 2 seconds, 3 seconds, put him, you in her or his shoes. Then you will understand. It's not tough standing in the parliament. It's not easy as well, right? So please think about others' shoes. So that is hypothetical role. So a mimicry is not easy. You mimic someone else, right? So only then you know the difficulty, right? So you don't have to move yourself. You don't have to change yourself. But think of all the angles. So think from each one's perspective. So think in terms of them. So what will they feel? How will it be for them? So if a person is behaving very rudely to you, don't start just blaming them. Don't start passing negative comments. Maybe they have a problem. So go into their shoes and think. So this is too much because this is a highly mature habit. It does not come to everyone. But start inculcating this. This is very enough. Even I get very angry when someone does not work properly, when someone here is zoned out, etc. because my work is getting spoiled. But it takes me 2 minutes to understand, okay, well, the person in the opposite hand also has a life. He is also facing a struggle. Maybe he is not expressing it to me. That's completely fine, right? So that is doing hypothetical roles. Now, what is the tip that I want to give you that you should follow that is easy to follow? Suppose you are at home sitting and studying, right? So you're so deep in studying about the structure of the kidney that you forget the outside world. The milkman has come, the bell is ringing, the motor is running, your mom and dad are running here and there. What are you doing? Where is your presence of mind? So sometimes when you're studying, yes, we go out of the present world into another world and we study and we come back, right? So sometimes it feels like, oh, I entered into a new planet because I was studying for so long. So when you're studying, stop for a second. Analyze what's happening around you. Okay, mom is in the kitchen making something. My dog is here. There's someone at the gate. My dad is talking. So when you start analyzing the present situation for every 5 minutes, you will have presence of mind. You will have presence of mind. So the next year, automatically, if there is a need, you will know how to act. So every 1 hour break you take, before you go out for the break, just sit there. Notice your surrounding. So analyze what each one is doing. That is presence of mind. This will really help you out. So try this. So suppose I am studying here. So my mom is in the kitchen and the mixie is running. So the motor is running. My mom has to switch off the motor because it's been 15 minutes. My dog is shouting at the gate, which means there is someone at the gate. There's also the milkman waiting. So someone has to go get the milk. So analyze the situation at the present moment. That will improve your presence of mind. Right? So presence of mind will not help you fall down. It will gain your confidence. So the moment you see a tough physics question, you will not turn the page. You will reread it. You will explain the question to yourself. You will definitely get the answer. So one best thing about NEET is all the answers to the question are in the question paper. Along with the questions, you have answers as well. You have to find the right answer. Right? So that is the trick, and there are a lot of tricks to do it very perfectly and very skeptically, perfectly, neatly. So don't worry. So practice presence of mind, practice the power of subconscious memory. So these are the two important things I would give you out of the box. So everyone will say revise, eat well, sleep well. But these are the two things that I want to tell you. Practice presence of mind and enhance your subconscious memory. So what you think, you shall reap. What you sow, you shall reap is an old word. What you think, you shall reap. So how do you think of yourself? Don't think yourself as Amitabh Bachchan or etc. So think yourself, yes, I am capable of doing, and keep it to yourself. So you build your confidence. So no one walks your shoes. I can never be in Keshav's place. Keshav's path is different. My path is different. I have also been a student. Keshav is also a student. But our lives can never match. The difficulty I had, the difficulty he has can never match. I can give him a path, I can be his guide, but I can never say this is what you should do because his life is a different way. So stand up for yourself, so stay confident, stay healthy, stay happy and do your exam well. So this is all that I want to tell in the 5 ways of improving your presence of mind. So it's a kind of your motivational session that I want to give you because there were people who were asking, ma'am, now our motivation is dropping down. So it should never drop down. So I'm wishing you abundance of happiness. So always stay happy and don't miss the present moment. That is more important. So the more you stay happy in the present, you will have less regret. Okay. So Pavitra, yes, you can use, no issues. Fine. So stay happy and stay tuned. So if you genuinely like sessions of these kind, so please do like, share and subscribe. So I hope I have motivated all of you. I have ignited the spirit once again in you. So once again, stay healthy, stay mentally healthy. That's important. So stay physically healthy as well. So this is me wishing you more and most in life. So stay peaceful and stay tuned. Thank you and have a great weekend ahead. Bye.